Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, Trump promises public access to classified Amelia Earhart files. uAvionix reveals major upgrade to its AV-30C glass gauges. Who's hiring pilots in 2025? Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. Trump promises public access to classified Amelia Earhart files. President Trump recently vowed to declassify all files related to legendary aviator Amelia Earhart, who disappeared in 1937 during her attempt to circumnavigate the globe. This development was requested by Kimberlyn King-Hinds, representative for the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, in July. The announcement came in a Truth Social post where Trump called Earhart an aviation pioneer and promised to release any and all information that the government might still have. Quote, Amelia made it almost 3/4 of the way around the world before she suddenly and without notice vanished, never to be seen again. Her disappearance almost 90 years ago has captivated millions. I am ordering my administration to declassify and release all government records related to Amelia Earhart, her final trip, and everything else about her, end quote. The push for disclosure began in July when Kimberlyn King-Hinds formally asked the administration to release any outstanding Earhart files. She argued the records could finally provide some clarity on what happened during Earhart's last flight and give her constituents who live near some of the possible crash sites a more definitive answer. After the break, Dream Chaser moving toward first flight.
I'm currently using the Hartzell Talon, by far the best aerobatic propeller ever come out.
I use the Trailblazer. It adds performance to the Super Decathlon and dependability, and it's rugged.
Hartzell's been an excellent partner for Whip Air, just in terms of your product support as well as keeping an eye on the market and developing new products that meet demand.
It's helping us all have better performing airplanes.
It's such a proud honor to fly behind that propeller.
Looking for a new generation of proven and efficient aviation power plants that boast modern engineering, electronic ignition, and both direct and gear drive systems? With 100 horsepower to 240 horsepower, the Skyline and Redline engines offer uncommon value in an overpriced industry. Whether you are looking for fixed wing or rotor, MW Fly Americas has been established to service the American market with dedication and expertise. MWFlyAmericas.com.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Dream Chaser moving toward first flight. Sierra Space announced it has made a strategic adjustment for its Dream Chaser spaceplane, saying its first flight will be a free flyer demo mission to validate technology and deliver crucial data to NASA. The approach gives the company flexibility to address national security challenges while also advancing the vehicle's capabilities for NASA and commercial customers. Sierra Space is focusing its efforts on getting Dream Chaser prepped for its first flight, with a target date of late 2026, when a launch vehicle would be available. FAA extends Newark Airport operational limits. The FAA announced it's extending the order limiting the rate of arrivals and departures at Newark Liberty International Airport and will continue to be in effect through October 24, 2026. The order also increases the hourly flight limit from 68 to 72 operations. The FAA imposed the limits to help make airport ops more efficient and reduce delays for travelers, and the decision to extend the order was made based on constructive comments from airlines and the airport operator to help ease congestion at EWR. Drone operator sentenced after hitting a firefighting aircraft. A 57-year-old man has been sentenced to 2 weeks in prison and 1 month on home detention following a January 2025 incident that left a gaping hole in the wing of a Super Scooper firefighting aircraft. He also agreed to pay restitution to the government of Quebec to cover the cost of the repairs that followed. Peter Tripp Aikman pleaded guilty earlier this year to the unsafe operation of an unmanned aircraft, which is deemed a federal Class A misdemeanor. Royal Thai Air Force buys 2 Airbus H225 helicopters. The Royal Thai Air Force has signed a contract with Airbus to purchase 2 H225M multi-mission helicopters. These will significantly increase the Air Force's capabilities for search and rescue and emergency medical services operations and augment its commitment to national security and humanitarian support. The new order grows the RTAF's fleet of H-225M helos to 14. The ones already in service have been operated with distinction since their delivery in 2015. They're deployed across a range of missions, including CSAR, general search and rescue, and troop transport. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. uAvionix reveals major upgrade to its AV-30C glass gauges. Avionics provider uAvionix recently debuted a major software update to its AV-30C multifunction panel display, designed as a drop-in digital replacement for legacy instruments. By popular demand, the instrument will now feature wind speed and direction capabilities, enhanced angle of attack indications, aural altitude alerts, and many other safety and usability improvements. FAA approval for version 3.1.1 is already in place, and the software is available now at no charge. The AV-30C has been sold as the budget-friendly alternative to something like a Garmin GI-275, another avionics solution that aims to modernize the cockpit without cutting big squares in the panel. Wind estimation and altitude alerts are probably the biggest additions of the update, giving important safety and efficiency indications. Other refinements of the instrument are, with the angle of attack, supposed to improve accuracy down to 25 knots, and the traffic page working in a flight plan underlay for improved awareness. The AV-30C version 3.1.1 also has wider transponder compatibility, allowing integration with Echo ESX and TailBeaconX ADS-B systems. Pilots can now configure those transponders through the AV-30 interface instead of juggling multiple menus or devices. After these messages, who's hiring pilots in 2025?
Meet the first of a new generation of the M-Class family. The M700 Fury. An aircraft worthy of the name, an indomitable force. The M700 Fury transcends traditional limits. With more power, blistering performance, a finely appointed interior, and the luxury of what matters most. Time. Experience the Fury. Join the legacy.
DirectFly USA proudly introduces the new Alto NG, a single-engine, two-seat light sport aircraft for the North American market. This simple, all-metal aircraft design provides low-maintenance cost, easy, comfortable access, and responsive flight controls. Equipped with the Rotax 912 engine and a ballistic parachute, the Alto NG is reliable and safe. Learn more about the Alto NG at directflyusa.com.
It's time to upgrade your power plant to the first FAA-certified clean sheet engine design in over 60 years. Delta Hawk's jet fuel-powered liquid-cooled turbocharged engine produces turbine performance at 40% better fuel efficiency of typical reciprocating engines, while also achieving exceptional reliability and significant reduction in cost of ownership. Reserve your engine package today at deltahawk.com.
Welcome back. Who is hiring pilots in 2025? Aviation consultant Kit Darby recently published his pilot demand forecast for the Big Four airlines in the U.S. The conservative analysis expects American, Delta, Southwest, and United to take in 27,485 new pilots in the next 5 years. The breakdown gives United the gold medal for most aggressive hiring, with more than 8,300 pilots needed by 2030. Delta and American trail behind with about 6,100 and 6,500 hires, while Southwest comes in with more than 6,400. The Southwest figure represents a massive 47% growth, aligning with the airline's sizable aircraft order book. United's plans are fueled by its commitment to long-haul expansion, shown by the 8 new cities it added across 3 continents in 2025. This requires not just more airplanes, but also more pilots per airplane. Darby clarified that these numbers are a sort of worst-case scenario for up-and-coming pilots, explaining that the forecasted retirements do not consider the fact that not every pilot remains at work to age 65. Another important point to consider is that the data assumes that most of the airplanes on order will actually arrive on time. The main takeaway is that hiring isn't drying up anytime soon. The majors may juggle numbers and fleet structure, but the math is simple. More planes and more retirements equals more pilots. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.